know that I do all types of videos on my page, but lately I've been doing a lot of videos for the guys with the semen retention stuff. But today I'm talking to my ladies. Ladies, I am going to show you how to make a man obsess over you after the first date. Now, please do not try these strategies with malicious intent. Make sure that you have a good heart. This is for the good girls out there that want a nice guy, but it's hard for them to find a nice guy because many times without you ladies knowing, you secretly push the man away. So first things first, if you do go out with this guy, I want you to pay for the first date. Now listen to what I'm saying. I know a lot of females gonna be like, he doesn't know, he's not a girl. I'm not saying it's hard for you to get the guy, because you could get the guy, but then he'll ghost you, or he'll forget about you, or he won't call you back, or after he sleeps with you a few times, he'll just throw you in the lineup. This video is to show you how to make him just want you. All right? So after when you go out on a date with a guy, make sure you pay. And this is very important. Now listen to me, because we're gonna get to that part. You're gonna pay for the date, right? So moving along, when you go on this date, you don't, excuse me, sis, listen to me clearly. Do not, and I repeat, do not tell this man that you do not need a man and that you're an independent woman. Do not. Do not. Stay away from that. You want to act as feminine as possible on this date. Let him do most of the talking and just act as if you're so impressed with what he's saying. For example, if he tells you, well, I go mountain climbing on the weekends, and let's say you've been mountain climbing with your dad since you was a little girl, keep your mouth shut and say, wow, that is so impressive. Like, don't make it look fake, like, oh my God, like a dud. But like, just act so impressed by him. When he asks, what do you look for in a man? You say what you want in a man is a protector, somebody strong, and you notice that quality within him, because us men love being told that a woman looks at us as strong. You know what I mean? So now there's three things that always comes up at dates: religion, politics, and sports, right? Many times. Sports not as much, but religion and politics does. But those are the three things that I say people can never win in an argument. When you have a sports team, nobody's gonna tell you that your sports team is not the best. When you have a religion you follow, nobody's gonna tell you that that's not the right one. When you follow politics, your policies are the best, right? Listen, if politics comes up, you say you don't follow either one because you know that both parties belong to the same wing. Now, you could be a diehard Democrat or a diehard Republican, but that's what you're gonna say. And then after you say that, you're gonna listen to him and let him speak. All right? Make that clear. Now, if he's like somebody that you don't like how he thinks and he's racist or he gives little clues, then that's it. You don't have to do any of these things. You can just be yourself again and keep it moving. But what you want to do is you just want to tell him you don't follow either one, because you know that both parties belong to the same wing, and when he speaks on what he believes in, whether he's a Republican or a Democrat, you just say, wow, that is very interesting and that is so true. And you don't disagree with him. Don't argue with him. Don't argue with him. Just agree with him, but not too much to the point where it's like, yeah, I just agree with everything. Just be like, oh, and just listen to him many times. That's number one. Number two, if he brings up sports, what you want to do with this one, if he loves sports, you got him with this one. If he asks you, do you like sports? You say, I do. I see the excitement in it. And I've always wanted to learn more about it, but I've really never had anyone to teach me about it. That right there, your homegirl. If you do this, he's gonna feel the need like, what? I got you. You know what I mean? Moving along. He talks about, let's say, religion. You just say, stick to source. I believe in, let's say, whether you believe in the universe, say, I believe in the universe, I believe in God, or I believe in the Most High, or I believe in Jesus. Whatever your God is, stick to that. But if, let's say, you believe in Jesus, but you're Christian, don't bring Christianity in. Just say, I believe in Jesus, and stick to the source. I believe in that one source, whether it's Jesus, Buddha, the Most High, the Creator, the universe source. Just stick to the God, the focus on God. Don't talk about religion, whether you're Catholic, Christian, Mormon, Muslim. Just no. I just believe in that Allah. You know what I mean? On source. If you get what I'm trying to say, just stick to that one source that you hold strong to. If you're atheist, you're atheist. But you believe, don't talk about religion. Do not pick a group, a team. No, neither of that. Stay the F away from that. Do not tell them that you are independent, you get your own money. Yes, you got a job, I work, but you know what I mean? Do not bring up, I don't need a man, I don't need anybody to do anything for me. And don't even tell them at the beginning of the date that you're paying. If he brings it up, be like, I got you, no doubt, but don't bring it up anymore that you're paying. And remember, you're not independent, you're a feminine woman. Like if he makes a joke, laugh a little extra harder, you know what I'm saying? Just do not, and I repeat, do not hit him with the whole, I don't need a man. You know, if a man turns me down, I'm okay. All I care about is me, and let's say if you have a son or a daughter and my kids, no. You tell them, you know, like what I've noticed mostly in you, and this is how you gonna get them, because we love hearing this, trust me. What I notice most in you is that you're like a man's man. You're like a real man. You know what I mean? There's a lot of like flimsy guys out here, or but you're a man's man. You want to keep that whole focus on him being the man. You know what I mean? Like him being the man. If he tells you a story, you listen. Just listen and act impressed, right? Keep it moving. So far, so good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just giving you pointers on how to make them just call you for the second date. Because a lot of you girls, what happens is you'll do stuff like, I don't need a man. I get my own money. I got my own job. I got my own car. I pay my own bills. So I'm good. I just need a partner that'll, stick by my side, or somebody strong enough to handle me. That's you know what that's gonna happen. What happens with those girls that always do that? This happens all the time with you girls that do that. The man is a man, right? So the man is gonna wanna sleep with you. What he does, he plays your little game. He sees how you are, plays your little game, sleeps with you for a few months or a few weeks, and then little by little just throws you on the lineup or ghosts you. And then you wonder, oh, I was too strong for him. He couldn't handle me. And then you start hating him. And then now what happens is you go on your next date, talk about, he's whack, man on whack, I don't need a man. And that character becomes stronger. And men keep using you because men love sex. But see, that's not gonna keep you as that's my girl, that's the one I want. That's not gonna do that for a man. It's not. It's gonna do that for maybe a guy that gets no girls, that's just thirst, and just oh my God, I'm so thankful you're in my presence, that kind of guy. And you know you girls don't like that guy. But if you wanna attract the man, the masculine man, that's not how you're gonna do it. You're gonna have to play your feminine card. Now, if you're like a strong, independent, and you're like, I don't need to dumb myself down. If a man can't handle me, then he can't handle me. Then don't complain later that men are dogs. All right? I'm just trying to show you how to get in the door. From there, you handle it. So let me keep going. When you're talking to this man, you're gonna act feminine. You do your little, like, wow, my Romeo, like not exactly like that, but you're like so impressed with what he's saying. And you don't talk about your money. If he asks you about your job, you make it look like, let's say for example, you have the best job. You're a computer programmer, let's say. Like, oh yeah, I do computer programming, but I've been doing it for so long that it's like, it's just a job. But you love it, right? But that's how you're gonna make it look. It's just a job, right? What do you do? Let's say he tells you something like, well, I work in a restaurant. Be like, really? And what's it like? You probably meet a lot of new people every day. Yeah, I meet some people like, oh, have you ever met some crazy ones? And then you're like, yeah, and then he'll tell you a story and then laugh at it. Like you make it look like what he does is amazing. And again, you don't have to be a computer programmer, ladies. You could be the one that works at a restaurant, or you could be that a nurse, lunch lady. Doesn't matter. Like your job doesn't need it. What you're gonna make it seem like you're so impressed with him, and you're not. Oh, well, make my own money, drive my own car. You know what I'm saying? So make him feel like he's leading, because that's the mistake that you girls make. You make it feel like you don't need a leader. And again, the man sees it. he acts like, oh, well, you know, I like that about you. I've always liked a girl that could hold her own, you know, that has her own thing going for herself. And then you're like, oh, okay, you see, so he likes me being independent. And then what happens is he sleeps with you, you know what I mean, gets in your pants, likes the sex, keeps doing it for a little bit, but then he just throws you in the lineup. But when he meets a feminine girl, he just cheats on you. And then you're like, oh, he left me for this girl and this, that, and the third. But the point is that he knew from the beginning that you weren't gonna be the one. Because this is how it works. When you use masculinity, where you're like, I'm independent, I'm strong, I don't need a man, I got my own job, I make my own money. When you act like that, that brings off a masculine energy. So masculine and masculine do not match. It's polar opposites, you know what I mean? Like, it's like polarity. It's like, so imagine a man, right? Imagine you're a feminine girl. Or imagine you being a girl and you meet a guy that's like, hey, you know, like acting all feminine. Will that attract you? No, it's disgusting, right? Because you want a man. Well, that's what happens. That's the same thing with a man. You're not the same as us. You're not, we're different beings. So you can't think that we think like you. We're completely different. So when you see a man, you're attracted to masculinity, to strength, to the protector. You know that guy, right? It's the same way a man is attracted to femininity. He's not attracted to, I get my own money. Because that comes off as masculine. That comes off as another, like a half man. And yeah, men are dogs. They like sleeping with girls because they just look at the body. But already the mindset, the soul is not there for him. And that's where you guys mess up at. So that's what I'm trying to help you fix. When you go on this date, even if he agrees to pay, or even if you guys met each other on Tinder, you guys go on this date, act as if you're so impressed by him. But what I want you to do is that on this first date, after you look so impressed, when you leave the restaurant, if it's a nice day and they're like, oh, where to now? You want to go back to my place? Oh, if it's nice outside and it's not freezing, always tell them, always do this. I'd rather walk and keep getting to know you because, you know what I mean? Just you're more interested in wanting to like keep talking to him, right? When you go on this walk, this is what you're not going to do. After you go on this walk, let's say it's too cold, you guys get on an Uber ride and you're gonna go drop each other off. Do not go to his place the first date. Do not go to his place. Do not even kiss him on the first date. You're not gonna kiss him. If he tells you, yo, what's up, man? Can I get a kiss or something? Another thing you're not gonna do is that you're not gonna get pissy drunk. Because that's gonna mess you up. Because that's gonna come out and bring out the person that's not really you. And then you're gonna mess this whole thing up. You're not gonna get pissy drunk. And you're gonna keep him, you know, you have a drink or two. You're not gonna kiss him and you're not gonna go back to his place. When he asks you stuff like, yo, what's up? Can I get a kiss? You know, you do the little cute smile. Don't hit him now. Oh, hell no, I'm not that type of girl. I don't kiss on the first day. Again, that's masculine. Do the little cute, nah, I really want to, but I can't. You know, like, I mean, like, why? I just can't. Like, can we talk about it maybe next time I see you? I mean, if hopefully there's a next time. You hit him with that one. He's like, wow, she wants to see me again. You know, and she's feminine. She listens to me. You know what I mean? She's not telling me that she doesn't need a man. He's already gonna be like, I like this girl. And then you're not gonna kiss him and you're gonna leave. He's gonna be thinking about you. But this is why I'm trying to bring up that you pay for the date. Because no matter how close you guys get, after you pay, you insist. Don't be like, no, I pay for it. Like if don't I go masculine where he's like, oh, yeah, I got this. You let him be the man. Right? Don't insist. You tell him, listen, I want to play. Please let me pay. Please. No, I can't. I'm sorry. I just won't allow it. Then you be like, okay, I respect that. And you let him pay, right? Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna zell him later that other night when you get home. You're gonna zell him. I'm gonna tell you. So going back, you're not kissing him. You're not going home with him. You're not giving him nothing. That's all. Like, he's gonna look at it like, man, she paid. Like, if he lets you pay, wow, she paid for the drink, she paid for the meal. But then she didn't give me anything, so I have no reason to be upset. And on top of that, she left stuff like when you told him stuff like, can I tell you for the next day? I mean, hopefully if it is one. So you're keeping a cliffhanger where he wants to come back to finish that off. If he's a masculine man, it's kind of like bothering him inside that he didn't get to, like, you know, get to at least first base. You know what I'm saying? So now, even if you pay for the first day, he's gonna want to pay for the second day. But anyways, that's my point. So be feminine, this is just like this is just a video that I'm trying to make for the ladies, because I know this one girl hit me up and she's like, you know, why you focus mostly on guys? So I want to tell you, because this is something that I really know, but I just didn't want to speak about it because guys are gonna be like, man, shut up, don't tell them, they're gonna start using this against us. But if you're a good girl and you want a man, that's how you attract them. A lot of you girls miss out on a good guy because you give off the vibe of, I don't need you, I got my dad, I got my brothers, and I got my own job and I do my own thing. And that's not the way to go. So that's how you're gonna get by for the first date. Like after you guys meet, let's recap. After you guys meet, hey, how you doing? You're gonna dress very classy, like you're gonna be like, please, just before the date starts, you can even say, which I said not to say this, but you could, before the date starts, hey, we're gonna go out, but please let me pay because I invited you. If you invite him, but if you guys meet on Tinder, you guys meet, you could go half on the bill and then again sell him at the end of the night. But ask to pay. But if he insists, you know, don't be a man over him. Don't like try to alpha him. Like, nah, I'm gonna pay. Nah, you know, hey, oh, it's okay, you can pay. And hey, please, can I please at least you my half later on after you guys keep talking in text. You know, when he starts talking, well, I do this. Let's say I do construction. And you know, oh man, construction guys are so strong. Like, so you must have a lot of muscle. I see you. You know what I mean? You make him feel good about himself. You know, when he's laughing and when he asks about you, try to stay very minimal. Try to stay, like for example, he asks you, what do you do for a living? And let's say you're a nurse. Well, you know, I'm a nurse. I've been doing it for a while. I deal with a lot of people, and some people can just get crazy. You probably deal with a lot of crazy people, right? When was the last time you had like somebody really crazy come to your job? And then just flip it back to him where he's not gonna be the talk, and he's like, do that, like answer little questions, but then like just bring it back on him, right? And act very feminine when he jokes, even if it's corny or whatever. He's funny, you know what I'm saying? And again, don't kiss him, do not sleep with him the first night. Act very classy, like do not use the line, I'm not that kind of girl. Don't just, when he asks you, even if he asks you, yo, are you the type of girl that's had a one night stand? Just be like, no. Don't say, I'm not that type of girl. Just be like, no. And just leave it at that. Don't give too much, because too much is like, now she's trying to overcompensate. Just no, right? After that, he goes, hey, where to now? You know, let's go over here. If he has a nice spot where he wants to take you to, go along, keep talking, keep listening. And again, do not tell him how big and bad you are when it comes to finances and you don't need a man and you got your own bills. Don't even tell them you live by yourself at first. You know what I mean? You could tell them that on the second day, well, I lied to you. Oh, well, I didn't lie to you, I just kept it from you. I told you I had a roommate, but in reality, I don't have a roommate. I live by myself, but I just get scared because I never know. Some crazy guys out there, so you know, stuff like that. And when he asks to kiss, be like, no, can I please tell you why I don't like doing it on the second date? And when he goes, yeah, sure, no problem. Now he's like, wow. Now I want to know what's going on. Don't make it seem traumatizing. So, you know, just make it seem like, no, it's nothing bad or anything like that. It's just, you know, it's just something that I've held on to since high school, right? And then when you guys leave and go your separate ways, you tell him I had an amazing night, and you zell him, like I told you. That way he doesn't feel like, oh, she didn't give me anything. She's a or she's trying to get me, she just try to get me to buy her dinner. You zell him, so like he knows. Hey, you know, thank you for everything. I sold it to you. If he sends it back to you, hey, lady, I told you, I insist, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my goodness, wow, okay, okay, you know what I mean? Thank you. I appreciate that, but you didn't have to do that. And leave it at that. And what you want to do is the next time, right? When he hits you up, you leave it alone. You don't hit him up no more. Just at the end of the night, had a good time. You sell him. If he sells it back, thank you. Oh my God, all right, sorry. Now I feel embarrassed. Let's leave it alone. Go to sleep. Don't text him. Wait for him to text you. And if when he does text you, because he will, this is how I want you to reply. You're gonna reply, oh my God, how are you? Like you say, hey, cutie, how are you? Or hey, pretty, hey, beautiful. You know how guys do. You reply with like, oh my God, I was just thinking about you. It's funny you text me, I was just thinking about you. And then you remind him of a story he told you. You're gonna tell him, I was thinking about that funny story you told me about you and that one time that this, that, and the third, and put LOL emojis or whatever, and be like, that was so funny. And then just, anyways, how are you? Like how are you? How you been? But throw that in between before the anyways, how you been? You know what I mean? Because now he's like, wow, she's thinking of me. So he's super excited for the second date. So there you have it, ladies. That's the video on how to make a guy obsess over you on the first date. If, and depending on how this video does, in terms of subscribers and girls asking me, hey, make a part 2 for the second date, then I'll make a part 2. But if not, I'm gonna just leave this video where it's at, and I hope you enjoyed it. Namaste.